What you're about to see is a wildfire demonstration that applies to anybody, really even outside of California. And I've got to say that we've had unprecedented wildfires from Canada to Louisiana, so you'll want to pay extra attention here. So I'm going to go ahead. We only have one shot at this, so wish me luck. And I've got this propane torch, an ignition site, and we've set up 3 different areas. This first one is an area of invasive grasses. Those were a huge problem in the Maui wildfires. They also snake through all of the hills of Southern California. Here we've got invasive grasses that are right next to native shrubs like white sage and manzanita. Those usually hold on to more moisture. And finally, only native shrubs. What we're going to do is see the difference between the ignition and the spread of all of these so you can make different changes in your landscaping at home. Check it out.
This morning, scientists at the University of California, Irvine are studying why wildfires have become so intense over the last decade.
Climate change is one part of it. The other part of it is land management.
They focus on the wildland-urban interface, where we have built into nature. Their research a few years ago found that the majority of damage comes from small embers that can travel miles out ahead of the main fire. And now they're studying the behavior of embers to understand and predict how and when they could ignite homes.
We are tracking their velocities. You see the arrows, they're showing their direction.
That data will make fire forecasts better, helping city planners, firefighters, and homeowners protect themselves.
A lot of palms are not native.
You can see these very brown husks on these fan palms. They light up like tiki torches, and embers fly off of them right onto roofs and structures and spark new fires.
Cassie Aoyagi owns a landscaping business that specializes in fire protection.
And your landscaping can reduce the risk of an ember igniting.
Absolutely.
Number 1, leave 5 feet of gravel or concrete as a buffer around your house. Number 2, use plants that are native to your area.
Ideally, the strategy is that the ember lands into a hydrated green plant and that it loses its fuel before it attaches to something that's combustible on the house.
Number 3, wide open is not the way to go.
And if we have all open space with gravel all the way to the home, it actually creates ember bowling alleys that just invite embers to roll in all the way to the home.
Now, Cassie emphasized that anything can burn, but your native shrubs and trees act like a linebacker. They give you extra critical minutes. And clearly, the invasive grass is spreading more quickly, burning and roaring still. The native shrub here, the white sage, has all but stopped the invasive grasses from keeping to burn. And then here, the ignition site is still going, and they have not lit. And so this is pretty representative, the researchers are telling us, of what happens. And so it's a really good idea to check ahead. Cassie also said that garden centers are still selling those invasive grasses as kind of ornamental or pretty plants. Just do some research before you buy, guys.
Oh my gosh, so what do you think about all this, Ginger?
Well, I think that it is a really simple way that we can have some agency and some choice, because with drought, you know, there's very little you can do. A lot of times you can't kind of do that watering, and even if you can, there's a big issue with mega droughts that develop. But even very flash droughts, invasive grasses can be a big problem. So taking care of those and getting them away from your home is huge.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.